السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, today, as you can see, we are looking at lesson number 31, and today's lesson is Yawmul Eid. Yawmul Eid. Of course, we all know what we mean by Yawmul Eid. So we are going to look at an incident revolving around Yawmul Eid. Okay, Yawmul Eid. So when we say Yawmul Eid, ma ma'na Yawmul Eid, right? Al-Eid, as we all know, it means a celebration, a feast. That's what we term by Eid. Okay, a celebration or a feast. So when we say Yawmul Eid, we mean a festive day, a day of celebration, like we have Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Fitr, right? So these are days where Muslims, we have celebrations, right? Okay, without wasting much time, let's just start. So he starts by saying that Kana Amsi Yawmul Eid. Kana Amsi Yawmul Eid. Ams is yesterday. So yesterday was Yawmul Eid. Then he says, Ijtama an-nasu wal atfalu inda al-ghurubi yatara'awna al-hilala. Ijtama an-nas. We have seen Ijtama'a yajtami'u. Ijtama'a, they gathered. Yajtami'u, they are gathering. So Ijtama an-nasu wal atfalu. People gathered. People, and the man here, he is referring to not children, okay, grown-ups, or when he's mean by an-nas here, because he says wal atfal. Of course, atfal, that's children. Atfal are also people, okay, but here he's saying like Ijtama an-nas, man of old people. This one, that's what he's trying to say. Wal atfal, and the children. In the group, okay, during sunset, after we have seen Garaba. I've explained this before. Garaba means for something to depart. Yagurubu, it is departing. So when the sun departs, we call it Guru Shams. Okay, so in the group, we want the time where the sun is departing. Okay, sunset. So in the group, during that time, the people, as well as the children, they gathered. Yatara'awna al-hilala. When we say yatara'awna, the verb here is tara'a. Let me write this one. Okay. So this one we mean by, this is the verb. The verb is from here. Okay. You see, tara'a, yatara'a, which comes to mean when two people or two or more people, like they are, seeing each other, they are looking at each other. That's what we mean by tara'a. It comes on the pattern of similar to tafa'ala. And when we have that pattern in sarf, it comes to indicate that there is musharaka, there is participation. The manner two or more people are doing it. Okay, like qatala. Qatala means he killed. But when you say qatala, like you add a zaida, qatala, the manner they are fighting. One person cannot be fighting. It has to be two people. Okay, jadala, they are arguing. One person cannot argue. So verbs on that pattern in sarf, it always have to do with two people. So here it means there is a tara'a. It means there is someone and then another person. They are looking at each other. Okay, seeing each other. That's what I mean by tara'a. But why he used it here to indicate that? And here is just only the people. The people are searching for the hilal. That's why you say yatara'awna al-hilala. The hilal is the crescent. Okay, the new moon. The new moon. Okay, the new moon is always the crescent. That's what we mean by the hilal. So yatara'awna al-hilal, bimana, they are looking at the crescent. But in doing that, they are let's go further. I'll explain it with what he's going to say here. So see something. وَصَعِدُوا عَلَى سُقُوفِ الْبُيُوتِ وَالسُّطُوحِ وَعَلَى الْمَنَارَاتِ. They climbed. When we say Sa'ada, he climbed. Yas'adu, he is climbing. So وَصَعِدُوا عَلَى سُقُوفِ الْبُيُوتِ, they climb on the ceilings of the homes. When we say sukuf, it's from saqfun. Okay, saqafun. I think we saw that in the previous lesson. Okay. So the plural is sukuf, that's ceiling. Then sukuful buyut was sutuh. When we say sutuh, is similar word. Sukuf and then sutuh they are similar word. From this one is saqafun and this one is sathun. Okay, sathun. And when we say sathun, the top part, the surface of something. Okay, that's what we term as like the roof. The roof. So when we use sukuf for a house, it means the inside. I think that in the previous lesson I explained that it means the inside, the ceiling. But when you are talking about the sutur, that's the upper part, the surface, that's the roof. Okay, the roof is what we term as the satur. Okay, and it can be used for other things. Just the top part of anything is called the sathun. Okay, so like most of the time we see sathul bahr. Okay, the surface of the sea, sathul bahr, the surface. Okay, on top of it. So sathun is the top of something. So they climb on the ceilings and the roof of their homes. Wa alal manarat, and on the minarets. Okay, you know several masajid they have. Almost all masajid have minarets. Okay, so these minarets they climb on it. They climb on it. So that's what he said. Zuhara al-hilalu fahatafa al-awlad. Al-hilalu. The crescent appeared. The new moon, it became apparent. Fahatafa al-awlad, and then the children cried out, or they called out. When we say hatafa, to call out. Okay, to call someone. Okay, that's why we call the mobile phone the hatifun. Bimana, you use it to call your friend, right, or whoever you are calling. So that's the hatif. So hatafa is the verb to call out someone. So for hatafa al-awlad, the children they were calling out al-hilalu, the crescent. Wajaraw ila buyutihim, and they ran to their homes. Wasallamu ala abaihim wa ummahatihim, and then they sent greetings on their fathers and their mothers. Wa ala aqarib, and their relatives, and the relatives. Okay, and the relatives. Bimana, you can see that, I don't know your culture, which country you are coming from, but if you observe in most cultures, not even cultural, in terms of cultural terms, even when there is a new moon, Muslims will try to greet your relatives, your family members, your neighbors. You just go and try to greet them, and may Allah increase us in, grant us long life. May Allah put barakah in this Eid, and then you try to say nice words to one another. That's what he's trying to say here. The children went back home and they were sending greetings, salutations on their fathers, their mothers, and then their relatives. That's what he's saying here. Okay. Fada'u lahum bil barakah, and then they prayed for them barakah. Wa tulil umur, and long life. When we say tulil umur, we mean a long life. Okay. You know taller. When we say taller, for something to be prolonged. But umurun is the age or life. Okay, umrun is age or life. So when we say tulil umur, long life. Okay, long life. So he says that wanama al-atfalu laylat al-eid, and the children slept. Atfal is the plural of tiflun. I think I didn't mention it at the beginning. Tiflun is a child. Atfal is a plural. So wanama al-atfal, and the children slept laylat al-eid, the night of the Eid. Qalilan, a little. Wastayqazu, and then they woke up. You can remember istayqaza yastayqizu, right? Wastayqazu mubakkirin, they woke up early. Waqad nazaru ila malabisihim, and they had watched, okay, their malabis. When we say malabis, is the plural of malbas. Malbasun. Malbasun is just a dress or the cloth. Okay, so malabis is the plural, malabis. So they were looking at they had looked at their malabis. Wa ahziyatun is plural, which comes from hizaun. When we say hizaun, the shoe, a pair of shoes is termed as the hizaun. So ahziyatun is the plural. So ahziyatihim wa qalanisihim. When we say qalanis, is the plural of qalansuwatun. Qalansuwatun, which means the cap or the hat. Okay, the cap or the hat. Okay, the hat that you just put to cover your head. That's what we term as the qalansuwatun. Okay, you see the Arabs, their culture, how they dress. When they dress very nicely. Most of them, they try to put this qalansuwatun on their head. Okay, the qalansuwatun to cover the head. Okay, so qalanis wa qalanisihim miraran adida, several times. When we say miraran adida, it means several times. Miraran or mirarun is the plural of marratun. Okay, marratun is single ten or a single time. Okay, when we say miraran, that's plural. Okay, miraran adida, several times. Okay, so children, when they have a new thing, small time they go and look at it. They can't, sit at one place. So tomorrow is Eid. That's the nature. You see the children, they have new dresses. They can't sleep. They just sleep, they wake up, go and look at it, come and lie down again. Small time, go and look at it, come and lie down again. So that's the picture he's painting here. They were doing that several times. Miraran adida. Walamma kana sabahul Eid. And when it was the sabah, the morning time of Eid, they woke up. Min furushihim, from their bed. Wasallu as-subha. And then they prayed the subh prayer. That's Fajr prayer. Waqtasalu. When we say igtasala, he bathed. Yagtasilu, he is bathing. So waqtasalu, they bathed. Waghayyaru malabisahum, and they changed their clothes or they changed their dresses. Okay, when we say gayyara, to change, you are changing something. Okay, so for if I say gayyartu malabisi, I changed my dress. You are doing it to something else. It's not that you yourself you are changing. Okay, but when you yourself you change, you just add ta, that's sort of tagayyara, you add ta to it. So when we say tagayyara, the thing change itself. It is not that it is changing something. Let me give you an example to make it clear. The tagayyara, I say if you add ta, it means the thing itself is changing. Example, if you have water, then the color of the water change. We can say tagayyara lawnuhu, its color has changed. Tagayyara lawnuhu, its color has changed. It is not that the water changed something, it changed itself. But when you are saying something change another thing, we just say gayyara without the ta. Okay, fi'l muta'addi, we call it. Okay, so if I like this one, wagayyaru malabisahum, they are changing their dress. We are changing something else, right? So wagayyaru malabisahum, and they change their dresses. Walabisa kathirum minhum malabisa jadidatan, and several of them wore new dresses. Jadidatan, new dresses. Wa ahziyatan jadidatan, and new shoes. Wa qalanisa jamilatan, and beautiful caps or hats. Okay, the hat is all termed as the qalansuwatun. I've explained it. The qalanis. So most of them they had new dresses, new shoes, and then a hat, new one that they had prepared before the Eid day. So wara'athum ummahatuhum, and their mothers saw them or they look at them, فَفَرِحْنَا بِهِمْ, and then they rejoiced. Okay, they rejoiced with them. Okay, they rejoiced by that, by their appearances, right? وَقَدَّمَ لَهُمْ آبَاؤُهُمْ وَأَقَارِبُهُمْ جَائِزَةَ الْعِيدِ. قَدَّمَ لَهُمْ بمعنى they presented to them. We have explained قَدَّمَ, يُقَدِّمُ, قَدَّمَ he presented, يُقَدِّمُ he is presenting. Okay, when you give, so or he is giving out, to give out or to present is almost the same thing. So وَقَدَّمَ لَهُمْ آبَاؤُهُمْ وَأَقَارِبُهُمْ, their fathers and then their aqarib. Aqarib is a plural of qaribun, which is a relative. Okay, so their fathers and then their relative presented to them جائزة العيد. Okay, جائزة العيد. When we say جائزة, بمعنى price, okay, or reward, okay, that you give to someone is what we term as the جائزة. So جائزة العيد, Eid prizes. Okay, Eid prizes. You know, most people who actually like children, you see, when it is Eid, the days of Eid, there are some people, they just give gifts and then prizes to children, okay, to make them happy. Okay, so that's what he's seeing. Their relatives and then their fathers, they give these children, they give them prizes, Eid gifts, okay, Eid prizes. So وَكَانَ وَلَدٌ يَتِيمٌ, there was a yatim. There was a yatim child. What do we mean by yatim? Yatim is the one man faqada abahu wa huwa saghirun, the one who has lost his father and he's still small. Okay, he's not a baligh, he has not reached the age of adolescence, but he has in Islam, but he has lost his father. So that's what we term as the yatim, the orphan. Okay, that's the yatim. So وَكَانَ وَلَدٌ يَتِيمٌ, there was an orphan. تَخْدِمُ أُمُّهُ فِي بَيْتِ سَعِيدٍ. تَخْدِمُ أُمُّهُ, his mother أُمُّهُ تَخْدِمُ فِي بَيْتِ سَعِيدٍ. His mother was servant in the house of Sa'id. Okay, so this yatim, the mother of this yatim was working at Sa'id's house. There was a child called Sa'id, his house. The mother of this orphan was working there. The verb here, I think we have seen it, is khadama. Khadama, he served. Yakhdimu or yakhdumu, it could be two. The mudore, the present tense, could be yakhdimu or yakhdumu. He is servant. Okay, that's it. We have seen it several times. Okay. وَلَيْسَ إِنْدَهُ لِبَاسٌ جَدِيدٌ, and this orphan, he didn't have a new dress. وَلَا حِذَاءٌ جَدِيدٌ, nor a new shoe. وَلَا قَلَنْسُوَةٌ نَظِيفَةٌ, nor a new cap or hat. فَاغْتَسَلَ وَلَبِسَ لِبَاسُهُ الْقَدِيمَ, and he bathed. Okay, so because of that he didn't have, so he bathed. وَلَبِسَ لِبَاسُهُ الْقَدِيمَ, and he wore his old dress. وَقَدْ تَشَقَّقَ, and it was worn out. When we say تَشَقَّقَ, for something to split open, in normal terms, I'm not talking about this context, let me just explain it in overview, in general terms. Tashaqqaqa is for something to split open, okay, to crack open, to rip apart. That's tashaqqaqa. Okay, like as Allah says in the Quran, okay, about judgment day. Okay, is a sama when shaqqat. The heavens are going to rip apart on that day. Okay, so that is similar origin as to this one. So, and this one is just tashaqqaqa, which means the thing was worn out. Okay, it was torn apart. It had several tears in it. So وَلَبِسَ قَلَنْسُوَتَهُ الْقَدِيمَ, and he wore his old cap. or hat. وَقَدْ تَوَسَّخَتْ, and it was dirty. وَكَانَ يَنْظُرُ إِلَىٰ أَطْرَابِهِ, and he was looking at his colleagues. Atrab is the plural of tirbun, and I think we have seen this before. Tirbun, your age mates. That's what we term as tirbun. Atrab is the plural. So he was looking at his age mates. وَإِلَىٰ أَوْلَادِ الْأَغْنِيَاءِ, and at the children of the rich. Okay, the children whose parents were rich. أولاد الأغنياء, the rich children. بغبطة, with envy. وخجل, and shame. Okay, he felt ashamed that he was wearing these dresses while his colleagues were all wearing new dresses and shoes and hats. So وَكَانَتْ أُمُّهُ مَحْزُونَةً, and his mother was mahzunatan. When we say mahzunatan, okay, it means she was grieved, she was saddened. When we say mahzunatan, it is an ism maf'ul. So you can see maf'ul, mahzun. Maf'ul, mahzun is from that pattern. So it's an ism maf'ul, which means he was saddened by what happened. What happened made her grieved. Okay, so the one who is grieved by something else, or the one who is saddened by something, is the one we call mahzun. But because she's a woman, mahzunatun. Okay, and then the kana has made it mahzunatan. So mahzunatan, the mother was grieved. Tazkuru abahu, remembering his father. Okay, remembering his father. So she was thinking, like, if the father was to be alive, perhaps the child will have also have new dresses to wear, right? Okay, so let's look at what will happen, inshallah, in the next lesson. We'll continue from this particular place. Something beautiful will happen. Okay, we'll look at it in the next lesson. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله لي ولكم في قرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم من الآيات والذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.